The internet jolted awake to yet another Cardi B spectacle. But hold up, this wasn't a hit single, a jaw-dropping red carpet stunt, or one of her viral live freakouts. Nope, it was an interview. Smooth, composed, dripping confidence, and apparently, according to fans, radiating that subtle power that screams louder than any petty clapback. No shouting, no name-calling, just razor-sharp words delivered at perfect intervals. Within minutes, social media collectively gasped. Was Cardi finally getting her revenge? Because the timing had everyone double-checking. Mere days after Stefon Diggs had been trending for his own drama, Cardi surfaced in a major feature, completely unbothered, glowing, locked in, and preaching about growth, boundaries, and knowing her worth. That alone would have commanded attention. But welcome to the internet. And the internet connects dots faster than a caffeine-fueled detective. Fans started reposting killer quotes, lining them up against old headlines like a scandalous exhibit. Suddenly, a narrative was emerging, not confirmed, not officially stated, but glaringly obvious to the court of public opinion. What made this moment so deliciously potent was a contrast. For weeks, chatter had been chaotic, messy, and speculation-heavy. But Cardi's delivery? The exact opposite. Controlled, elevated, surgical almost. She talked about moving differently, guarding her energy, and never needing to justify her choices. Comment sections blew up with endless variations of the same line. She literally won without uttering his name. That's when humiliation went viral. Not because anything was explicitly said, but because the public read the power shift loud and clear. In celebrity culture, perception reigns supreme. And right now, the perception screamed that Cardi had seized the narrative entirely. Instead of lashing out, she appeared firmly in control. Instead of defending herself, she set the tone. And let's be real, fans adore a comeback that feels effortless. The piece itself never descended into drama. That's why it exploded online. It highlighted her career, mindset, vision, discipline, and intentional moves. But certain lines landed differently for the crowd who'd been watching. When she spoke of loyalty, self-respect, and refusing energy vampires, screenshots started circulating with captions like, "Stefon reading this right now," and Cardi said everything without saying a word. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs' name started trending again. Not because he posted anything fresh, but because the internet dragged him back into the chaos. That's how lightning-fast the energy flipped. One interview, a few sentences, and suddenly speculation about Cardi morphed into admiration for her chill composure. Fans were calling it a masterclass in the unbothered era. And here's the spicy part. Cardi has always been loud, emotional, and brutally direct when she chooses. So her calm, almost tactical move? Purely intentional. Growth. Someone who knows silence, timing, and success can speak louder than any clapback. Social media detectives went full Sherlock, dissecting body language, photos, word choice, even her styling. This is a revenge glow, one viral post declared. Another snapped. She didn't clap back, she straight up leveled up. In celebrity culture, publicly leveling up is basically the ultimate MIC drop. And the cherry on top? Other celebs and influencers quietly stoke the fire. Subtle likes, fire emojis, comments about knowing your worth. Nothing naming names, yet all fueling the same storyline the audience had already invented. Stefon, meanwhile, stayed suspiciously quiet online. And that silence? It became part of the story too. Not because it confirmed anything, but in viral culture, radio silence screams mystery. Every hour without a reply spawned another wave of posts claiming his shook or didn't see this coming. Again, not facts, no receipts, just the internet spinning its own storyline. And that's the real headline here. Not a feud, not a public showdown, but a full-on perception flip. Who looks powerful, who's unbothered, who's already moved on. Cardi's message throughout the piece was crystal. Evolution, business, motherhood, brand, peace. That kind of vibe makes every old headline seem tiny compared to her new narrative. Fans started digging up past interviews where she preached self-worth, and comment sections exploded into celebrations of her glow-up. Most mature we've ever seen her. Some gushed. She's officially CEO energy now. Others chimed in. And whether the feature was meant as a clapback barely mattered. The effect was undeniable. Views soared. Engagement went through the roof. Reaction videos dropped within hours. TikTok edits pitting old Cardi energy versus new Cardi energy went viral with millions of plays. The narrative had officially morphed into a full-blown viral event. In pop culture, there's a rare kind of comeback that doesn't need throwing shade. It's all about elevation, looking sharper, moving smarter, and speaking from a higher plane. That's exactly the kind of comeback fans swear they just witnessed. And suddenly, Get Your Lick Back wasn't about petty revenge anymore. It meant growth. Because honestly, the juiciest part of this saga wasn't some shady quote or cryptic jab. It was Cardi B sitting there, utterly serene, totally in control, laser focused on her future, while the internet did all the heavy lifting. That's what made her feel untouchable. And that's why this story won't stop trending. People aren't glued to drama. They are hooked on the transformation. The transformation from reacting to reigning. And if this truly marks Cardi's unbothered era, this interview wasn't just a moment. It was a full-on declaration. What makes it even juicier? How perfectly it plugs into her career blueprint. This isn't the first time she spun chaos into a power move. From day one, the public tried to pin her down. Loud, reactive, unpredictable. But time after time, she shattered the mold and played it to her advantage. Now, after this latest feature, fans are buzzing. We're witnessing the most calculated Cardi ever, a version that doesn't rush responses because she knows the long game is where the real wins live. And of course, the photos from the shoot only amplified the hype. Decked out in high-fashion looks, calm, composed, radiating what fans are dubbing quiet luxury energy. She didn't just sound upgraded, she looked upgraded. And in celebrity culture, visuals carry half the message. Every pose, every glance, every tiny detail of the shoot got dissected. This isn't the same Cardi from 5 years ago. One viral tweet nailed it. This is someone who knows she already won. And winning without speaking a word, that's what really hooked people. Because usually, viral celeb drama thrives on back-and-forth chaos, mess of lives, cryptic posts, sudden unfollows. But this time, none of it. No late-night rants, no emotional live tirades, no direct call-outs. Just pure success, confidence, and a strategic distance. And that distance, it sent the loudest message. Reaction channels and pop culture pages picked it up, and suddenly a new phrase started trending. She upgraded the narrative. Instead of being caught in speculation, she made herself the lead in her own evolution. The conversation flipped from who did what to who's thriving now. And of course, fans went back, rewatching old moments, interviews, relationships, past appearances. That transformation? The real tea. Some fans even called it the smartest move of her career. Not because it was dramatic, because it wasn't. In a world where drama usually drives attention, she pulled more eyes with calmness. And calm, coming after chaos, looks like pure power. Meanwhile, curiosity about Stefon kept building. Not because he spoke, but because he didn't. His silence became its own story. Every unrelated post of his got swamped with comments about Cardi's interview. Not aggressive, just the internet at work, turning coincidence into a full-blown narrative. And again, remember, most of this lives entirely in interpretation. The article never confirmed a feud. No official statement dropped. But viral culture doesn't play by facts. It runs on timing, energy, and perception. And right now, the perception screams that Cardi is fully in control of her story. Another reason this moment hit so hard, where she is in life. She's no rookie proving herself. She's a global icon, business mogul, mother, an artist whose reach stretches far beyond music. So when she talks boundaries, growth, and guarding her peace, it doesn't read as reaction. It reads as philosophy. That's why so many fans felt it personally. Comments stopped being about mere celebrity drama and morph into real-life lessons. This is how you handle it in silence, one user wrote. Success speaks louder than words. Another chimed in. The narrative outgrew Cardi and Stefon. It became about leveling up after being underestimated. And that, my friends, is exactly what keeps those video views climbing higher and higher. Sync to video time. Listen up, because this isn't just another celeb drama clip. You're about to witness Cardi be doing what she does best, turning chaos into pure power. Forget the shouting matches, the petty clapbacks, and the cryptic posts. This time, She said nothing and still won. Completely. Total. Absolute. From the moment she stepped into that interview, calm, composed, and dripping quiet luxury energy, it was clear Cardi isn't here to play games. She's here to set the narrative on fire without even raising her voice. Now, let's get one thing straight. This isn't about revenge or dragging anyone publicly. This is about growth, boundaries, and owning your worth. Fans notice immediately every quote, every pose, every expression was a statement. Social media went wild. Tweets were flying. TikToks were exploding. Reaction videos popped up within hours. And all of it was fueled by perception, not confirmation. Because viral culture doesn't need proof. It runs on timing, energy, and the way people feel. And right now, the internet feels one thing. Cardi is untouchable. Here's the kicker. While Stefon stayed silent, his absence only made the story hotter. Silence became its own kind of statement, and the contrast couldn't have been sharper. One side, calm, confident, and strategic. The other, quiet, and pulled back into the conversation whether he wanted to be or not. Fans even started revisiting old interviews, timelines, and appearances, comparing the old reactive Cardi to the new CEO Cardi. The transformation is obvious. Frustration? Gone. Reaction? Replaced with strategy. This is what happens when you move from reacting to reigning. And that, my friends, is the ultimate lesson here. True power doesn't come from drama. It comes from elevation. Looking better, doing better, speaking from a higher place. That's the comeback everyone's talking about. That's the moment where the phrase, get your lick back, takes on a whole new meaning. It's not about revenge. It's about growth, control, and letting your success speak for you. So here's your move. Don't just watch. Join the conversation. Hit that like button if you think Cardi just leveled up the game. Drop a comment with your take on the unbothered era. Are you Team CEO Cardi or still rooting for the old chaos? And make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because moments like this, they don't come around often, and you don't want to miss the next evolution. Trust me, the internet is buzzing, and the tea is piping hot. Cardi just proved you don't need to clap back to win. Sometimes, winning quietly is the loudest statement of all.